Hi people, we're coming back with the trig here, area of triangle and half. So we got a diagram here, triangle ABC, okay, given two angle and a side. So we need to find the other side of BC, which is the longer length here. So what we need to do is definitely we got an opposite side here. So we got AS, so we got sine rule with not an ambiguous case here. So basically, I'll usually leave the unknown on the top. So I will have BC over sine 50 degree equals to the other side 5 over sine 112 degree. Alright, rearranging it, we got BC equals to 5 sine 50 degree over sine 112 degree. And then we have our magic calculator, which is here. Yeah, before we start, double check the setting. Make sure it is in degree mode because the question is degree mode. If it's the other way around, so it won't be right. So now we just key in the formula, 5 sine 50 sine 112. And then we got our 4.13. Save this answer for later. Don't use anything. Don't remove it because when we have to work on these further, we'll need this value. So the answer will be 4.13 cm because rounding on 3 significant figure with our paper. And then this is A. And the B, area of triangle, we need the third side. Either we find this angle or we have the area AB sine C. So I am lazy, so I need to find this angle first. So angle B will be equals to 180 minus 50 degree minus 112 degree. So I will have 180 minus, I need some backlight here, 50 minus 112. So that's 18 degree there. And then our area will be 1 over 2 A, B, sine 118 degree. Now, instead of typing all these again, I woke up a bit because I know 18 is not hard to type. So I have 0.5 times 5 times the answer, 1 over 2 AB sine C. And then I have 3.191 whatsoever, but then 3 significant figure again, so 3.19. Is it in cm? Yes, so cm squared. And this is our answer. Alright, this is another paper 2 question. So we got the answer, a weird function here, and we need to find the x-intercept, maximum point, and graph it, and then draw the coordinate or something. So all you need to do is use your calculator. Definitely you can solve it, but I won't do it. So for A, by GDC, we need to tell them that for x-intercept, fx equals to 0. And then I'll use my GDC with it. So this time I go to graph. And then remove all the previous work, and then I'll put in this function here. Oopsie. Right. So you should get a weird stuff here, but then double check on the function and domain here. This is what we need. I will have V window to check that out. It's -1 to 9 to make sure I got, and then the function here is 0 to 7. So I will still have negative 9 at the maximum and -1, just like the graph. But remember, when you sketch it, you sketch based on the function here. All right. So, and then the max and minimum for the y here. So I just copy that. I got a lovely graph, more than I need. Remember, there's a hidden one here. So I got more than I need. I will have some here, up down to 7 there. That is my starting and mid and ending point. Make sure you get that right because the function, when we have sketching graph, this is what we need from there. And then we're moving on to find the g-soft. I will need to find the x-intercept. So I have the 0.18H16, and then the other one within the limit plus and minus 0.816. And then just double check if there are any more. Nope, there's no more. So I will have x will be equals to plus or minus 0.816. That will do. 3 significant figures for a graph. All right, and then I find the maximum point, g-soft, maximum, nice and easy. 1 point there. So I will have the coordinate, make sure the graph write down to coordinates, make sure it's coming up here. So B, copy that, 2.29 and then 2.78. This is our point A. And then sketch the graph, so we just have to copy the graph there. It's around 2 and 2, somewhere up here. And then our ending point is 0. Just double check the y-intercept in case. Yes, it's 0. So from here, up, down, and then we just need the ending point. So when this time I want y cal when x equals to 7. So that is 0 point something. So it's something close to the end. And then just get that through. That's it. Make sure the intercept is here and the turning point is there. It should be all right. And that is our work. Right, here's another one here. This time is from factors. So we give you A, B, and they want the magnitude. So we just square them up and we work. So AB magnitude will be equal to 4 square plus 1 square plus 2 square. I need a calculator for that. It's like 16, 20 square with 21. All right, it's an exact value, so I don't bother to leave it into 3 significant figure. And then now we got the angle here, so we have AC and AB here. We need the angle, which from the bit. So make sure there is a common point, the vector, the vertex is the A, which is the angle. Otherwise, things will gone wrong. So we have our magnitude of AC, just for the sake of it. So I find the dot product first, in case, really in case, if it's like 0, then I do not need to do it, but probably this one will not. So it's 12. So now I got that bit, so which means I have to do the other bit. I have to need to find the magnitude of C as well. So I square root 3 square equals to 9. 9 square root is 3 anyway. So now I got my angle cos theta, which is here, will be equals to 12 over 3 square root 21. Because cos theta equals to A dot B over A magnitude B. Alright, this is from the data booklet, so no brainer with that. So now I need my calculator. For this one, no one says that it's radian or degree, so both will be accepted. Since my calculator is in radian already, so I will do that. Cos the function 12 over 3 square root 21. And that is my angle in degree, 29.2. If you want to be in radian, it should be all right. So you change the calculator to radian just in case people might need that. And then I will have the angle. All right, so this is the degree or 0 point. That's not or. Just in case you're using the radian, then I give you the other answer here. This is in radian. All right, so either answer will work, but don't bother to do 2. So that's it, nice and easy. Yeah. Coming up is an expected value question. So you need to remember all the expected value should be all the probability should be add up equals to 1. So that's not very hard to find. Okay. So what we need to do is we add them all up. Equals to 1. And then rearranging the formula, you will get 268k squared plus 0.1k. I'm going to put this side minus it over, so it's Right, so 0.525 equals to 0. Then GDC, I will bother to expand it. So I will have the equation, polynomial, second degree, and I key in the value, which is 8.1 and then negative 0.525. Then, one more time, we got the value here to answer. However, this is here, so we could not have negative. Do not have negative for a probability. So the answer, K, have to be equals to 0.25. Then we need to just write that down. So 0.25 divided by 10, so it gives us 0.025. Nice and easy. Now, we need to have the probability bigger than 0, which is this bit. So, let's get us a conditional probability here. Probability of 2 over whatever there is. So, it's 2 times 0.25 squared plus 0.1 times 0.25 plus 6 times 0.25 squared. Key in the calculator. You should have 1 over 21 or 0.0467 for 3 significant. Nice and easy. Here's another question. This time they gave you a function and they gave you a point. So this is P4. We need to find P. It's not hard because all you need to do is just sketch that using the graph, and then we just get to go through those. So to get to some step points, we will have to get through that Fp equals to 4. And then you just use your GDC with it. So manual, we go to graph again. In case if it's the same paper, you can unselect the previous one and use the next one so that you do not have to retype the whole function when you check the paper. But then I just leave it as it is here. So now I got the function. Doesn't look like what I have because the domain, the windows is not right. So window, always check with the windows, and that will get what we need. Now I want when y equals to 4 here. So GSOLVE xcal because I will have y equals to 4. I should have two answers. One is negative and one is positive. Definitely you can solve it, but I won't bother because it's a calculator paper again. So now P, the positive side, should be equals to 2.321. Alright, and I will write down a few more here just in case I need it later. So therefore, P is 2.32 for 3 significant figure. And then moving on, we need to find, this is the graph with it, and then we need to find the volume of revolution of this. So this is plus and minus with the P. So the formula is pi, the range 2.32, negative 2.32, and then our fx, I'm going to rewrite that. So 6 minus ln x squared plus 2, the whole thing squared dx. Make sure you dx because yeah, it doesn't really matter for the SL, but if it's HL, whatever what we're respecting to is fine thing. So I will get into my calculator. Get back to here, manual. I'm sorry, it's one. The calculator mode. So I have pi times option calculus. There's plenty way to do it, but then I just use this is one of the way. Type in the function bracket 6 minus ln bracket again x squared plus 2. Close that twice. Make sure the color is correct because the inside one is 2. The next one is blue. That's the good thing with the CG50 here. And then type in our domain 2.32143 just in case. And then 2.32143. And then whoa, we got the answer here for 3 significant figure because it's the final answer. So I just wrap it up here. Alright, unit cube because it's 4. I write it nicely. And that's how nice with our GDC. Right, binomial. This is a question with binomial expansion, binomial theorem. This is one of my favorite top question because it's easy, 6 marks here. So let's count on it. So they gave us an expression and want a term of x to the power 5. And the coefficient of it is 11880. Alright, so this is going to be multiplying the expansion, and this is x to the power 3. So what we need is x to the power 2 on this side, so to make it up. And also we need to have the two expression, x to the power 2. So we need the two terms, which is the ax to the power 2 there. So the other side 2 will be 11 minus 2, that will be 9. Yeah, that should be right. And then to make up with it, we have 11, 2. 2 or 9 is the same because they are symmetrical. So they are symmetrical on those. And then with that, we multiply this with x to the power 3, give us 11880 x to the power 5. Alright, with our calculator, we can find x to the power 2. So let's find that. So we go back to option, and this time is probability and C out. 11, C2, or 9, this is just checking with you. It should be the same, so the number is fine. Either you use this or this is the same. So we got 55 times 2 to the power 9, 512, a squared x times ax cubed equals to 11880 x to the power 5. Then you can cancel that out. So that gives us our 55 times 512 a cubed equals to 11880. A cubed should be equals to 11880 divided by 55 divided by 512. That's our number there. Give it a fraction. So we got 27/62. Sometimes fraction come in much handier. So now we have a equals to 3 to the power 4. If you just have to like 3 shift answer, we should get the same thing. 3 to the power 4. And this is our answer. Nice and easy, another 6. Right. This is a new pencil. Anyway, this is a little bit. Alright, so this is a new question which is about standard deviation and normal distribution. It's a bit an annoying question there. So we have to have a clear mindset. The question asks for 80% come from here to here, so we want to have a better bit of it. So to find out what is the standard, what is HS. However, we have the mean. We do not have the standard D, but lucky we got a certain range there. So we could find that by finding the z-score. The z-score of it is the value 168 minus the mean times the standard D. We get those, which the z-score we could find it from a normal distribution there by inverse. So statistics, and then we go for distribution, normal distribution, and this time because we have a percentage there, we will have the inverse. Alright, so it's left smaller than 0.07. 0.07 is the probability, and then we have the standard D. We do not know it, so it's 1 there, and the mean is 0. Whenever you do not know any of those, and you need to find the z-score. The z-score will be 1 and 0. That is the setting of it. So after that, we find the probability of those. So we have negative 0.9541652 standard D, throw it to the other side, equals to 12. Sorry, negative 12. So the standard D will be at another division. So we got that with the calculator. And then we have 12.5764 like this. Because actually we need only 3 significant figures, but then I just check a few more. So with that, we have the mean is 180, standard D equals to 12.5764, 5764 now. All right, if we draw the diagram, you have the mean 180 here. We have 192, and then something maybe here, we don't know, so I draw it here. 192, because it's 80%, so it should be bigger. So we have minus h there. To find out where there is, I will have to find out the whole thing, right? And this will be the whole thing. And then the given bit here is the 80%, which we find. So after that, after the 80%, we minus that, we will be able to find out this value here. After that, we will find h. That's the strategy. So we find that out first. So probability of x smaller than 192 would be equals to, we have the mean or standard deviation here. So we have more things we can do more things. So statistics, distribution, normal distribution, NCD. We have anything smaller than 192%. So we got that. So we have the standard D this time, 12.5764. Double check the number is right. Yes. And then we have the mean, 180. We should have a probability of 83%. All right, so this bit is 80, so this is with 3%. So probability of x smaller than 1912 minus h should be 3%. So reverse that, we will be able to find that 192 minus h will equals to what? So now this time we go back to our go back again, exit a bit, normal distribution, this time inverse. We want the left side, but we got 0.03%. Now we got 156 for the height there. 3 significant figure minus value, so we don't need it. So then we can find it. 192 minus 156, we can find that h is 36. Nice and easy. Hi, this is a long question here with a new pencil, like the Pikachu thingy. Alright, anyway, so we got a question here. Adam keeps some beekeeper and then this to be answered. So we will have x and y here, and then we use 6 of data. We need to find a relationship between it. So we need our calculator. Alright, just in case, we go to statistics. Right, so we key in the x value, which is the number of bees in one list, and then the honey on the others. All right, this is our x list, and then we do our y list. So the list is here. Sorry about the reflection, so I have to bring it up a bit. All right, and then we have to get into, push it up, bring it up a bit. So we go to cal, and then regression, our EG. After that, we go for x, ax plus b, because the question asking me for that. And then we have our equation, so we will have a will be equals to 6.96, because of the regression, 3 significant figure, and b will be equals to, make sure you write down the negative and carry forward from there. So 455. So if you want, you can write it down, because the question asking you the value of a and b. You should be safe, but not always. You can still write it down like this. It's minus, sorry about that. So minus 455 minus there. So make sure you get that right. All right, so we got that minus here, and then we're done with the first part. Using the regression line of regression, so we need to find out 270b. So we copy the question, the equation up to here. After you copy, it should be on the graph. So there we go, we got the equation here on the graph. I deselect it, I want this one. very accurate one. So I select it, and then I got a pretty long line. So in that case, I need to zoom auto to get through the line. So I want the x from 0. I want the x from 0 to 500 because it's 320 there. So I get it to 500. That should work. I should have the line anyway. So I got the line here, and then I will have the G-solve. I want y-cal when x is 270. So just in case, I write down the equation. I should have the answer 1424. All right, you can round it off to 3 significant figure or whole numbers. I will stay with 3 significant figure. So that gives us our 5 points already. Pretty nice. All right, and then we got the graphs here given to you. So we have the okay. And then the question up here to be next is, Adam put the height in the car and putting it into range. Find out its low productive height. So it's 1080. So looking at the graph, 1080, 20. So it should be 200 for which bar? So 50. So 1080. So 40. So this is 1040, 1080, this line here. So to make it clearer, I'm using red and a ruler. You might need a ruler here. Yes, I got a ruler here. So I will mark it there just in case, but then it's not quite clear with those on the. So 1080 here will be 40. Then I know the answer for this one will be 40 up here. And then find that there's know that 120 half have a regular production. Find the value of K. So we need to find out 128 plus 40 will be equals to, should be 168. Now we get back to now 168. So I will have 2 more from here. I'll be looking from here. So again, this time I use orange. Go downwards. Line should be really straight. 1, 2, 3. So I should have. Oh, sorry, this is not the line. 148. So it should be here. 1, 2. I'm sorry. So this should be the right line. Draw it on the wrong place. So down here. This one to the right one. This is wrong. So it should be 1604, 440 there. So excuse me with that. So now I got 1640 here from the graph. Find the number of high production, that's right. So I need to find out the total is 200. So I will have 200 minus 168. So I got 32 for that. And last but not least, to increase the number of research productivity is 70.75. And then calculate the probability of that 30 will become a regular. So I know that this is a binomial distribution here with the number of with the total number, there are 40 of those because it's the regular here. And then the probability is 0.75. Now I want probability of x lower, smaller or equals to that 30, oh sorry, it's equal. It's not equals to. Exactly, they want that 30 of them, so equals to 30. So now I want my binomial distribution. So you can go for the long way, or I'll just use calculator. Statistic, distribution, binomial, PD. So I got number of trial is 40. Probability, what I want is 30, and the probability is 0.75. Then I got my probability I need. 3 significant figure, and that helps us finish our 14 points from here. All right, coming up is another question. This time is kinematics as calculus. So we got a particle moving in a straight line with 5 seconds, and this is the acceleration with it. So we want a equals to 0, which means that we can solve that. E equals 3t squared plus minus 14t plus 8. And then I will use my GDC here. So manual equation polynomials 2 degree. So I have 3t squared minus 14 plus 8. So I got 4 or 2/3 to be exact. Nice and easy with those. And hence and otherwise, find all positive t when the value of a is decreasing, which means that the acceleration a have to be smaller than 0. So other than you sketch it, or I will use a sign diagram with those. So I have 2/3 and 4. So, and then I will have to put it back into the equation. And I'll sketch it just nice and easy. Again, remove this. I will have 3x squared minus 14x plus 8. So 2/3 and 4 here below, that means it's decreasing. So it's plus minus plus. So we know that when t is decreasing, when a is decreasing, that will be between 2/3 and 4. All right, C, find the expression of p. So we will have, I'll write C here. So I will have velocity will be equals to integrating dt. So I just integrate this one. So t cubed minus 7t squared plus 8t plus c. And when t equals to 0, phi equals so phi 0 equals to 3. So 0 equals, so c have to be equals to 3 because 0, 0, 0. Then our equation expression should be like this. Nice and easy with that. Right, moving on. We have D. Find the total distance traveled by that. So we have to get through those because it's positive here when it's increasing. So we only want this 2 bit here. So we will have 2/3, 0, magnitude V, plus 5 seconds. So maximum that will be 5, 4. Make sure you magnitude it because otherwise it doesn't work because we want the total distance traveled, not the not the velocity, not the displacement. So because it's a calculator paper, I'll use my calculator there. Okay, I know the trick now. So option, I got that. 3x squared. No, sorry, the t one. X cubed minus 7x plus 8 plus 8 e square xx plus 3. For the first one, 0 to 2/3 plus another one. Oh, and I forgot the magnitude. So do it again. So option, numeric absolute value. Make sure you did that. So we have x to the power 3 minus 7x plus 8x plus 3. Yeah, I can spot that too. So there's a square there. And then 0 and 2 over 3. All right, I write that down first because I'm getting lazy. 254 over 81 plus the other side. I'm not going to type that again, so I will change the limit from that. So this is 5, and this is 4. I got 133 over 12. So I add that two together. And then I got 14.2 meters because the question is in meter. Sorry, you saw that. All right, so this is our question, kinematics question. Here's another long question with a twist. I really like this one because it's really annoying. So first of all, we get given a function like this. We need to show that. Remember, the show doesn't mean that you can work backwards. We need to actually substitute this function in to find the answer of it. So let's do it. So we replace it with 2. We replace all the x with 2 pi plus a sine 2 pi minus pi over 2 plus a. So 2 pi plus a minus over, so we got sine 3 pi over 2 plus a. So if we got a sine graph here, I don't even need a calculator. So this is the bit is -1. -1 times a is negative. So we got 2 pi minus a plus a give us 2 pi. Done with 3 points. Happy ever after. Not really. All right. So next point is like pk will be any point with like substituting 2 pi k on it. So I will do it here. So when p0 means that x tends to become 2, 0 pi gets you 0, which is f0 there. All right, so we substitute plus a sine negative pi over 2, 0 minus pi over 2, negative pi over 2 plus a. Again, go back to our graph. It's -1. So we got our 0 plus minus a plus a give us 0, and the coordinate of pole. Nice. And then moving on, we got p1, which means that x equals to 2 pi, which we have done in the part A. So we got 2 pi. We give us our function 2 pi, 2 pi. That is our second coordinate. All right, C, we got 2k and 2i. We want the x coordinate only. So, which means that we will have the first one for pk, our x coordinate will be 2k pi, and our y coordinate will be 2k plus 1. And for k plus 1, our x coordinate will k pi. Right? We want the distance, I assume this is larger. So we have 2k pi 1 plus pi, minus 2k pi. Expand that, so we got 2k pi plus 2 pi minus 2k pi. So we give us 2 pi, which is the answer we want. Right. The twist here is the second part of it. So we say that the diagram of the saw is like the distance of it is AB. The tooth is like this, and then this is AB. Oh, sorry, we missed B2 before we do that. All right, B2. Show that the, this is C. B2, we miss out that bit. So we need to find the equation. We got this 2 point, and we need the line of equation. Sorry about that, missed B2. So we have point 1, P0 is 0, 0, and P1 is 2 pi, 2 pi. Yeah, so we got our gradient will be equals to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2 give us 1. So now with our equation, y minus 0 over x minus 0, get back using the point, or y equals fx plus c if you want. So we will have y equals to x. That is our equation there. Sorry about that, I missed B2. Now we got to C, we got to D, C is here. And then we get to D with our equation. So that represents a model, and this is L, which is x equals to y. We want the shaded graph, this bit, it's called the curve, represent the graph between this one. A saw edge is 300 cm, 300 mm long. Find the number of teeth. So we need to find out how many bits of those. All right, which with this little bit, it is x and y squared, yeah? So all together, we got x squared and y squared. So we will have the bit with that will become. So we have 300 squared, which is the total length, will be equals to x squared plus y squared. And since this line is x equals to y, so I can just replace one of them. So I got flip it over. So x will be equals to 300 over root 2. So this will be the total distance of that bit. However, from the previous question, we got our C there. Where's the C? We got our C. The vertical distance is 2 pi. So I need to find out how many 2 pi are there. So we will have 300 over 2 pi over square root 2 divided by 2 pi there. Now we need our calculator. Calculator? So we now we know that how many 2 pi there, which is how many the little distance there, is 33.76. All right, we need to round it down because if it's not enough a teeth, we'll just leave it. So we will have and that wraps up our question. How many points are there? Oh, 17 questions with that. Thank you. Less than 70 minutes.